Hey everyone! So as you can tell from the title of this video, this is going to be all about fake MAC and my experience with fake MAC. But don't worry, no one jipped me off. I knew exactly what I was getting into. So I'll kind of give you the backstory since that's kind of a weird thing to say. A couple weeks ago, me and my mom and some friends of ours, we went to a flea market in Jersey, and Jersey flea markets are the best. And I was buying, like Philly sweatshirts and really awesome stuff. And we were walking along, and there were these two really hot, buff, big Guido men, if you guys know what Guido guys are, and they're putting out MAC products, and of course I started hyperventilating immediately, and I had to look at it. I beelined for the MAC, and I knew it was fake, of course, because you need to remember, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And so they were charging $5 for 20 for each product, or it was like one for $5, and that was everything from blush to eyeshadow, and they had these little palette things, they had concealers, everything, and everything looked so real. And I really thought to myself, no wonder so many people get gypped off by fake MAC, because it looks identical, absolutely identical, and you wouldn't know otherwise. So I was looking through everything, and I actually was like, no, I can't, I can't buy this, I don't want this. So I started walking away. But then I kept saying to my mom, I was like, oh, and I kept bugging her about it, but not really bugging her. I was like, I don't know, what should I do? And she was like, and in the end, she was like, look, I will give you the money, just go buy something so that you shut up. I was like, fine. So I went back, and I actually bought two things so that I could show you. The first one is a blush, and the second one is an eyeshadow of an eyeshadow that I already had, so that I could compare them to each other. So let's talk about the blush first. It came in a box like the blush comes in. The box was absolutely identical. All the writing was the same. Everything was the same on the box. So this is what the blush looks like, and it's supposed to be in the color Desert Rose. And if you look up Desert Rose online, like on swatch websites, it looks like this, almost identical to this color. So again, the color in this is pretty much the same, so it's very fooling for people. Fooling, that's not a word. Anyway, well, it is a word, but that doesn't really fit. But I'll compare it to a MAC blush that I already have. Of course, this is a different color, but the logo is exactly the same. They didn't alter it, like they do with fake Coach bags. They make it into a G. They didn't do that with this. It's identical. The clasp that it closes, that is exactly the same. You open it up, exactly the same. And the back, this one's a little worn out, but it's identical. Everything that it says on it is identical. Even the imprint that says Makeup Art Cosmetics is identical on both of these. So how did I tell the difference? The only difference that I can tell is that this one is significantly lighter in weight than this one. This one is a lot heavier than this one, meaning less product or cheaper products that were used to make the packaging. And that is the only way that you could tell. Also, the consistency of the blush is very off. It's very powdery, very chunky, very not like a MAC blush. And you would only know this if you were a total addict like I am. And so I can totally see, if you've ever been gypped off and have fake MAC, don't feel bad, because I would have too, honestly. When I first started out in makeup, I would have bought this and been like, oh my god, I have MAC, and I would have been so excited. But no, it's not real, but it's identical. I mean, look, you wouldn't know the difference. Even the labels, down to the labels, it's the same. It's not a bad blush, it's a great color. I wouldn't, obviously recommend buying it, and the only place that you should be getting MAC is at a MAC counter, MAC store, or the only discount MAC that I personally know of, but I've never been there, is a CCO, which is discounted, like the discontinued items, and those are the only places that I think sell real MAC products. So please keep that in mind. So that's the blush. The next thing that I got was an eyeshadow, and I got it in the color Sable. And I have the color Sable, but I knew that the eyeshadows were fake because they were Pro Pans, and of course, being the addict that I am, I basically know all of the colors, what they're supposed to look like, and especially vanilla. The Pro Pan that they had of vanilla was a very orange color and a matte. It looked kind of like Samoa Silk, if you guys know what that one looks like. And so I knew immediately that, fake. But again, only if you really know MAC do you know that. So I'm just going to show you the two shadows side by side. Okay. And actually the fake one, the magnet, isn't even attached. However, the magnets are identical. The writing is identical. They have like the numbers and everything. Everything on the back is the same. But then you look at the two shadows. Even just looking like that, they are very, very different colors. I'll swatch them for you on the back of my hand. That's the fake one and that's the real one. As you can see, obviously they're not the same color, not even close. And this one, it's weird, like if you touch it or put a brush on it, it like hardens up. You can even probably see that. How it's like a really very, very weird consistency, very not normal for an eyeshadow. I don't use this because it just kind of seems really weird to me, the way that it kind of crumbles and stuff. I'm really just not a fan. But as you can see, the colors are obviously different. They're not the same, and it came in this. I kept the packaging for this. It came in just a Pro-Pan sleeve, and I actually have a real one from MAC here, and they are identical. Down to the writing, the barcodes, like the type of barcodes, what it says on it, everything is exactly the same. So basically, I just wanted to tell you guys that it's so easy to get kind of fooled into this, and you shouldn't feel bad if you already have, but definitely check them out, make sure. And if you do have products that you aren't sure if they're real or not, if you're using them and you like them, so what? It really doesn't matter at all. But if you are curious about it, I would recommend looking online at swatches and comparing, or going to your MAC counter. I'm sure that they will help you out, and you can just compare it to the actual product. Because sometimes swatches online are kind of iffy. But definitely, if you want to pursue that, fine, but if you are happy with the products that you have, there's no reason for you to go out of your way to do that. So that is my little story about Fake MAC, and I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that some of you realize that it's not that big of a mistake. Like I said, the weight was the only difference, and the only reason I knew the eyeshadow was because I'm obsessed with makeup and know the colors. Otherwise, I would have had no clue, like all those women who were there who were like stocking up thinking they were getting all these great things when really they were just kind of being gypped. So yeah, so that's it guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.